Hey YouTube, another 3-point carryall video. This one I built sitting on the back of a Kubota 4060. This carryall is 5 feet wide, 63 inches total width, with the dimensional size of the 2x on each side, and lots of variations out there. I included a shelf on the top of mine. I'll show you a little bit better view of it here. But I really like the way it turned out. Used 2x10s on the side up until the 2x8 on top. 2-inch PVC on the back. There's 2 on each side with caps and couplers, so I can keep equal distance from the carryall, and then have them clamped in with 2-inch clamps. Bought a Tractor Supply, the county line, 3-point carryall. Like everybody else, I had to modify it. So you see on top there, right about there, I welded a piece of 3/8 inch steel to reinforce that from the bit that I had to take out. I do a lot of cutting on my property, so I decided to set it up to carry both my saws. The one on the left there's a 261, and one on the right's a 462. It has a 28-inch bar. The 261 has a 20-inch bar, to give you guys a little bit of size reference. The floor there, there's so many different dimensions of lumber or variations that you can use this, but it's a 2x6, 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 2x8, and a 2x10. And then on the edges for the walls here, I ripped the ends off of 2x4 and ran them down the edges of the 2x on the walls, primarily to give it strength. And then I think it looks pretty good. It kind of finished it off as far as those unfinished edges of the 2x10, so gave it a pretty good look there. I'll give you a look from this side. And then inside here, obviously this top portion is multi-purpose. I did create little blocks there to lock the saw in. Notched out areas here. There's another piece of 2x8 there. Notched out to areas there for the bars to rest in, so they're in there pretty secure. This thing is incredibly stout. I know there's a 1,000-pound limit on the carryall itself. I couldn't imagine carrying much more than that. But it's the space, the volume that you have back here is huge. You can see it compared to the blower that I have laying back there, and I don't feel like this shelf that I have sitting on top there is going to inhibit anything that I would ever want to carry back there. And man, it's nice having that, and you know, also the strength on each of those walls. So I would do that again, and that's probably the feature that I have on here that I don't really ever see on YouTube at all. So pleased with it. If you have any questions about it, let me know. I'll just take a couple more trips around here so you guys can get a pretty good look at it. 1x3s in the back there to give me a little bit more spacing, so I didn't have to notch. You see a lot of guys that are notching the back side of their carryall just so they can get their quick hitch in there. I didn't want to do that, so just used the spacing of the 1x3s back there, and I think it turned out pretty clean. So let's see here, what else is there to talk about? Spray painted the carryall like everybody else does. Get a look at it from this side. Use the same screw hole there for the 2-inch brackets. The couplers, this 2-inch PVC, it's expensive stuff, but I thought it was clean to have the couplers be on there so it's the same width as the caps. I drilled a 1/2-inch hole at the bottom of the caps to let water and debris out of there. 3 2x10s and a 2x8 on the side, if I didn't already mention that. And just throwing out ideas. Like I said, I got a lot of them from YouTube, so just sharing my own thoughts on here. And happy 3-point hitch carryall building. See you guys.